Welcome back to FM Storey. We're a couple of months into season 4. Things have gone well so far. We are currently undefeated in both the League and the Champions League. We have had a couple of dodgy performances in a couple of draws, one in the League and one in the Champions League. And the one in the Champions League was in our most recent game against Sevette. We are going to need to pick up that form and the performance level immediately, because the first game in this episode is a game against Porto in the League. We've also got a big game coming up against Benfica as well later on in the episode. Before we do get started, if you do enjoy the video, please like, comment and subscribe. And without further ado, let's get going. As we said, we begin with a home game against Porto. We've got pretty much the strongest team out we can put out. We do have a couple of significant people missing through injury. Gabriel Menino broke his leg in the super tackle against Porto at the start of the season, so he's probably going to be out for another 3 months at least. Tanguy Nianzou's done his hamstring, so he's out. So Jose Mars has come in at centre half. We do have a bit of a problem at centre half. In that the only one on the bench that we've got, the only centre half we've got on the bench, Duarte, has had a groin strain in training. So if things don't work out, it might be a case of Jerison just moving into the centre of defence and Goncalo Estevez coming on at right back. But we'll see how things go. Obviously, going forward, we've got plenty of options should we need it. And hopefully we can just keep the usual people quiet there. The players that have caused us the most problems throughout the save, obviously, Eustáquio in the midfield and Evan Nielsen up front. But hopefully we can put in a decent performance at home and get off to a decent start. Touchwood, we've kept them quiet. Now we're going to give the ball away at the back, aren't we? Diamande, Matthias Rice. Back to Diamande, into Manswerk. Looking for Leonardo. Oh! I don't quite know how we finished that. It's a lovely pick out by Manswerk. The keeper comes rushing out to get it. Over the top of the centre back. Leonardo gets there, just dinks it. I thought that was actually going to go over the bar, but luckily it drops in, and we've taken the lead. Overall, a decent first half. We've managed to keep them quiet, restricting them just to the one shot in the game. It's a good job we did take that chance from Max Leonardo, because we'd created so much that it looked like it had all the hallmarks of one of those games where we create loads of chances, miss them all, and then get done on the counter attack. So hopefully we can put in a similar performance in the second half. We do have a bit of an issue at right back. Jerison just looks like he's picked up a knock there, so he might have to come off. But hopefully similar performance in the second half and pick up the victory. Matthias Rice with the corner from the right. Comes out to Marcus Edwards. On to Matthias Rice. Scramble in the box. They've done terribly to try and clear that. And Marcus Leonardo says thank you very much and taps it home for his second goal of the game. Edwards into Rice. Just tries to pull it across. A couple of shots blocked. Defender takes it away from the keeper, and Leonardo just taps in. Carlo Estevez into Valentin Carboni. Estevez, Marita, looking for Thiago Thomas in the box, but they've cleared. Marsa controls it and goes back to the keeper. Diamande wide to Estevez. Marsa brings it forward. Back to Estevez, Carboni. While keeping the ball, Marita looking for Thomas. It's headed only as far as Leonardo into the box, and that's his hat trick, which shifted him out wide left to replace the tyre in Ismail Assar, and just in the right place. Marita plays it in. Diakabi heads it. Leonardo picks it up, goes past the fullback, cuts inside, and then just drills it into the far corner. Diamande, Manswerk. Looking for Matthias Rice. Keeper only clears it as far as Leonardo. Lifts it in, but the keeper comes and picks it up again. Diamande wins the header over Evan Nielsen. Goncalo Estevez to Marita. And we've given it away. Nemecha Pepe. Evan Nielsen. Oh, he heads it wide. All in all, you can't ask for more than that. big win over the team that have been our biggest rivals for the title in the last 2 seasons when we've won it. Created loads of chances. Marcus Leonardo picks up a hat-trick. He's on some run of form this season. He was a bit disappointing in front of goal last season, but this season he just seems to be scoring goal after goal. And even better, like defensively, we're missing Nianzou. Obviously, St. Just went off injured at half-time. Managed to keep a clean sheet, restrict them just to 3 shots in the whole game. And overall, just what the doctor ordered after a dodgy performance at the end of the last episode against Sevette. We've made it to the beginning of November and the big league game away at Benfica, first versus second. Things have gone pretty well since the Porto game. We've won every game we've played. We started with a trip to Loures in the tack to Portugal. We took the opportunity to play pretty much a fully rotated team, and it didn't backfire. Valentin Carboni picked up 2 goals in the first half. Vitor Roque picked up 2 goals in the second half. Really dominant performance, secure at the back as well, and overall a decent win and sees us through to the next round. We then welcomed back the usual starters for a game at home to AZ Alkmaar in the Champions League, and basically we battered them. Marcus Leonardo picked up a hat-trick. Ismail Assar and Marcus Edwards also added goals. Really comfortable victory, and Marcus Leonardo is just on another level this season. And then the most recent game was a trip to Portimonense in the Allianz Cup group stage. We did rest some of our key players that we couldn't really do without against Benfica. So we left some of them out of the starting lineup, took some of them off at half-time as well. In the end, really comfortable victory. I mean, we were 3-0 up after 13 minutes, 5-0 up after 27 minutes. Really strong performance, and puts us in a good position in going into this next game against Benfica. We've also managed to rest some of the players as well, so hopefully we come into it raring to go. Just looking at the Champions League phase after that AZ Alkmaar game, we're currently sat in 6th on 7 points from the 3 games, so we're in a decent position. Hopefully we can continue that. We do have a tough game next in the league phase against Liverpool, although they only have 6 points from their 3 games, so hopefully we can put on a performance against them. And then the league table. So we're currently sat in 2nd position. We're 2 points behind Benfica, obviously playing them next. We're 6 points clear of Porto, and yeah, we're in a strong position. If we can get a result in this game, even better. Puts us in a strong position for the rest of the season. Marcus Leonardo's been outstanding, as you can see from the goal scoring charts, the average rating chart, the man of the match chart. So hopefully we can go in. Obviously, it's going to be a tough game against Benfica because they've played 7 games and only conceded goals in 1 of them. They've kept 6 clean sheets. Looking at that, so hopefully we can breach their defence and come away with a victory against our big rivals. Going into this game against Benfica, we've got pretty much a full squad available. The only one who's still out is Gabriel Menino, who's just started light training following his broken leg in the Super Tacker. So we've got pretty much the strongest team. The only difference would be Menino coming in instead of Shaqiri for our strongest team that we could have available possibly. In terms of the bench, we've got plenty of options to change things if we need to. Obviously, we're going to need to keep Sesko quiet, but Rafa and João Mario have caused problems in all the seasons of the save so far. So if we can keep tight on them, breach that defence and score a goal, then hopefully we can come away with a victory. Right, they've got to throw in Verissimo, Ausnes, and Julian Viegel at the back. St. Just wins the header, but Edwards isn't going to get on it. But he nicks it back there. Marcus Edwards looking for Ismail Assar wide. Matthias Rice into the box, pulls it back for Morita. Oh, he's hit the bar. Overall, decent first half. we've had plenty of chances. I mean, we potentially should have scored one, but we've kept a clean sheet so far. We just need to more of the same in the second half, and hopefully a goal will come. Right, we made a further change at half time. We brought Thiago Thomas on for Ismail Assar. He's had a disappointing first half. Mark Edwards with the corner. They've headed clear as far as Manswerk. What a goal! Comes onto it on the edge of the area on the volley and smashes it in off the crossbar. And they get the head on it. Manswerk from the edge of the area, volley in off the bar. Thiago Thomas down that right hand side. Overruns it. Morita looked for Leonardo. Nianzou wins the header. Manswerk looking for Thiago Thomas. He gets there. Edwards. Leonardo back to Manswerk. Oh! Carlo Estes with a throw in. They've headed clear as far as Morita. Into Diamande. Oh no. Down Mario to Malacia. Right, yes, Rice gets there. Diamande, Manswerk, Shqiri, Morita looking for Max Leonardo. 2-0. And hopefully that should be enough to send us top. Leonardo has had a pretty quiet game up until that point. But the form he's in this season, all he needs is one chance. And he just buries it past the keeper. Right, Diamande wins it back, but Edwards gives it away. Oh, and what a goal that is. I don't know what Edwards was doing. Solbach takes it off, puts it inside, and then whips that into the top corner and off the bar. Lafont comes and claims the ball. Diamande to Matthias Rice. Oh, he's given the ball. What was he doing? Oh! How have we got away with that? This is basically the last attack. Right, we've got a head on it. Thiago Thomas has picked up the loose ball. That's got to be it, referee. Yep. Well, we made hard work of that in the end. And in the end, we probably got a bit lucky with that last chance. But, you know what? We've gone away to our biggest rivals, picked up a win, and it's taken us above them to go back to the top of the table. We've made it to the end of November, and since that Benfica game, our form's been patchy at best. The first game after the Benfica game, we were at home to Liverpool in the Champions League. Liverpool obviously still got a very strong team. We were probably just edged it, but a draw was probably the right result on the balance of play for the whole 90 minutes. We were then at home to Braga, and based on the number of chances we created, we should have battered them. We had a goal disallowed, but otherwise we were just not good enough in front of goal. And luckily, Benfica only drew as well, so that we were able to stay ahead of them at the top of the table. We then went away to Lusitano Evora in the Taça de Portugal, playing against a lower league team, such as that enabled us to fully rotate the team like we did in the previous round. We came away 2-0 victors with goals from Vitor Roque and Jose Maza in the first half. The second half, we kind of just didn't really do anything. And given the number of chances we created, only to score 2 was a bit of a disappointment, but at least we're through to the next round. We then brought the first choice team back to go away to Dinamo in the Champions League, and we struggled, certainly in the first half. We didn't do an awful lot. They took the lead. We were able to equalise fairly quickly afterwards. Luckily, Max Leonardo took the ball into the box. The defender tackled him. It took the ball past the keeper, and Leonardo was able to tap it in. The second half started pretty much the same, except once Colley was sent off for them for trying to snap Marcus Edwards in two in the penalty area. We managed to take over the game. Marcus Edwards dusted himself off and slotted the penalty away and added a second shortly after that. And then we picked up a couple of goals later on just to really secure that win, and it ended 5-1. And then the most disappointing performance of the season so far. We went away to Maritimo. Created loads of chances, just didn't take them. Our first going into the game, we'd been unbeaten in the league for 25 games in a row. Just really, we weren't at the races, and a really, really poor performance. And all of this means that we've ruined. All of this means that we've now slipped back behind Benfica in the league, and basically wasted the advantage we'd gotten by beating them in the league. Also, Porto are now up to within a point of us as well. So the last couple of that draw against Braga, the defeat against Maritimo, we really need to get our act together and start performing again. And that's the end of this episode. What started out looking really good with victories over Porto and Benfica turned a bit sour towards the end with those performances against Braga and Maritimo. At least we're still in with a chance. We're still second. We're not too far behind. We just need to go and beat Benfica and Porto again, I guess. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.